Well, one of the most disturbing parts of that interview with Michael was he talked about an incident where they went to war with the BGF and he stabbed a whole bunch of people in the yard. And then he said, and I missed it the first time, but people were focusing on this in the comments. He said after the stabbings, he used the blood to re-keister his weapon. For those that don't know, that means that he had like a pocket knife, that foldable,
put it in his ass.
He used the blood to lubricate that knife back into his ass.
That's a savage.
Figure between 30 and 40 of them, and maybe at best 8 to 10 of us. But only 2 of us had knives. So Wendell and I stood back to back, and they rushed us. And in the course of rushing us, 16 of them were pretty well bloodied. Matter of fact, it was a bloodbath. And Wendell and I both used the blood from them on our knives to re-keister the weapons.
He a beast.
It's like a whole different world.
It is.
Right? There's no reason to keister anything in the outside world.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want it in me.
We got pockets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got backpacks.
When you're trying to get with it in the midst of that moment, he was not thinking of anything other than getting high in that weapon.
Yeah.
And if that's where it went, that's where it went. What? Now you're going to ask me, have I ever keistered?
I'm assuming you didn't because you weren't involved in
that
shit.
No, I've keistered dope before.
You have?
Marijuana? What? I smoked every day in that motherfucker.
And you were keistering?
Man, how you going to hide it?
I don't know, man. I never went to prison like this.
Whop, and then,
I mean, the first time you did it, were you like, man, how did I end up here? What life decisions did I make to end up where I'm shoving marijuana up my ass?
But it was about shit. You in the pen now, it's like 3 years later, you need that weed to get by.
So you waited 3 years until you did it?
Oh, yeah. No, I was smoking in the county, but they pinheads. I never had the keister. Now I'm buying it. So then I get to the pen and get to really buying weed. I was spending like $350 a month on $300 a week on weed, bro. So I get like $450 ball, $350 ball. That's like a little to go, and it keep you. And you're telling the police coming in, right? Hey, everybody yelling. Put that motherfucker right, either cheek it or push it up in there if you really scared, nigga.
Yeah, I remember China Mac. He said, because I guess it's known as a trunk, right? That's what he called it.
The trunk?
The trunk. That's where you hide things.
Where he at?
He was...
Where he from? I mean, what?
Well, he's from New York.
Oh, yeah, they probably call it the trunk.
They call it the trunk.
But it's the same. It's the
same thing, right? And he said that he has seen, like, because word gets around, right? He personally saw like a dude would get a whole bunch of drugs, right? And keister it, boof it, another word for...
Boof it, all that, man.
And word would get out that this dude got a bunch of stuff in his ass. So someone would knock him out and then reach in there and pull out the drugs.
I ain't never heard nothing like that.
Somebody go to the dance floor, visiting floor, and then let's say they get the bag. The girl, whoever, significant other, their boyfriend, whoever the fuck it is, right? Bring them the bag. And the bag is drugs, right? Like weed, you know what I'm saying? A finger of weed, a finger of fucking dope, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I've seen, so what they'll do is like, if you know, if motherfucker know that somebody coming through with the bag, he got the bag on him, he'll get knocked out, somebody will knock him out, boom! And then put the glove on, right? And you go up in that ass. You go up in that trunk, boy. Go up in the trunk and grab out whatever the fuck was in there. I seen that shit. I seen that. That's
You
crazy.
see someone put a glove on and reach their hand into someone else's ass and pull something out and then walk away with it like it's a prize of some sort.
Yeah.
Treasure.
Basically. Yeah.
And it's covered in shit and whatever else, but hey, you can wash that shit
One
out.
man's shit is another man's treasure.
Literally.
what's that, Rikers Island or something?
Rikers, I think he was on. I think he was on Rikers actually. Yeah.
They vicious. I heard about them out there. Like, we ain't finna do that, man. I just saw some crazy stuff though.
Can you imagine you sitting there, you just pull something out someone's ass, and then you go smoke it afterwards?
Man, that's cold, man.
You really got to think your life fucked up at that point. You're like, man.
It really was at that point. But when you smoke that shit, you gonna be good. You gonna be like, I ain't even tripping no more. You thinking about the streets now, but man, the things we go through, people in prison is second to nothing. Nothing.
Did you ever hear the interview I did with Rico Reckless and Ewald Samo talking about what happens in Chicago jail, Cook County?
Oh, I think I did.
Your homies are laughing right now.
Yeah, well,
it's called Savage Life. So what happens is, and Joe Rogan actually played this clip on his show. He said that dudes will knock you out, pull your pants down, spread your ass, and spit in your ass. So then they have to go and they have to report that you've been raped to your family because there's human residue inside of your orifice.
what?
They in Cook County Jail getting Savage Life.
Phone up.
They getting that Savage Life. Now,
Real
ask
savage.
who want to ask which one of you motherfuckers want to ask for Savage Life?
What's Savage Life?
Well, I don't know where this gay shit started from, but this was going on. In Chicago, Cook County Jail, they will knock you the fuck out.
Cold. Knock you out
When you hit
cold.
that ground, you will hear this.
Get that butt!
Motherfucker gets that. Nah, the nigga that's fighting that beat, get the butt. Motherfucker gone. Pull your pants down. Pull your drawers down. Open up your ass and spin your ass.
And
now
it'll
your
be
ass a bitch.
Six people line up
It'll
to
be
come
niggas
spin in your ass.
Niggas are spinning your ass. A nigga will grab a motherfucking soap.
You got
choke your ass out, nigga.
six
Nigga,
different
you got
salivas.
killed in this bitch. Your ass a bitch. Now in the whole jail and no, it's going around. Man, folks got his ass spit in.
Disclaimer, we
Niggas will
wasn't
put
doing
ketchup,
that. I wasn't doing that.
mustard in your ass.
I wasn't
Niggas
involved in that
motherfucking
shit.
Eat flaming hot.
I wasn't doing that
Knock
shit.
you out, spin your ass.
But it's
I saw
going
niggas
on.
getting
On
their ass
front door.
spinning in that bitch. Boy,
You'll
especially
see
up
it.
in the trenches.
That shit'll
Division
fuck you
9,
up.
trenches.
That
Motherfucker
shit'll
spinning your ass,
that's
boys.
the dungeon.
That was like,
I don't even have no words for that. I couldn't open a motherfucker ass and look in it, let alone spit in it and go in it. Like, come on. This is beast mode.
This is savage. Yeah, this is demon
goodness.
time right here.
Man, thank God I didn't have to go through none of that, man.
Yeah, one of the things. Well, I guess in prison, I talked about this with Michael. One of the main income sources for the Aryan Brotherhood, along with drugs and so forth, is prostitution.
Mm-hmm. I remember you asking.
Yep, and we're not talking about women either.
No, you
talking about men.
Men, boys, men, whatever.
Yep. And we talked about there was this really kind of on Reddit, there was this post of this guy that talked about the situation called protective pairing. So essentially he said, he told a story about when he was in his 20s, he was young, good looking, kind of small, and he got put in a cell with this big dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And the dude started to rape him.
And he became his protector.
But he protected him from other people. He wasn't passed around. He would have sex with them, but he wouldn't let other dudes. And he said this is known as protective pairing, where you'd get someone who would basically rape you, but they'd protect you against all the other inmates. Mm-hmm. And it becomes a thing. And Michael was like, yeah, we're very familiar with that situation. Protective pairing.
The individual that takes him in, first he becomes what we call a cell mouse. And so he launders, he cleans up the cell, he cooks, he does things like that. But if he is in fact turned out to become a woman in that context, then yes, he's paired with that individual, and that becomes that individual's wife. I've seen many of those relationships turn into extremely dangerous situations because of jealousy, somebody attempting to push up on that individual's girl, and is killed as a result.
Yeah, I never had. Well, I had some people come up to me to try to say we'll protect you
For some money.
to pay them a certain amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked like, how the fuck you gonna protect me? I protect myself. And I never did that. I never had to experience that. I had fights, you know, I knock motherfuckers out, few of them. And then once you do that, they gonna be like, this nigga ain't easy to get over on. I'm from LA. I don't need to bang to understand the risk and challenges I've survived and knocking on my door, fighting, telling I ain't finna be from your hood, fighting. So, you know, to go to the pen and fight, it was more, they got knives, but they ain't got no reason to, you know, come at you with them because you got knives. You know what I mean? You want to fight, we're going to get down, go to the bathroom, go through the back wall, head up. If they jump you, they jump. I've been jumped. I was in the hospital, dislocated shoulder, both black eyes closed. And it's all in, you know, learning.
What'd you get jumped for?
What did I?
Yeah, what did you get jumped for? What was the situation around that?
Jail
Yeah.
for?
Yeah.
Manslaughter.
No. You said you got jumped. You said, would that happen in
jumped.
in prison?
It was in I went down, they brought me down from the pen to the LA County Jail.
Oh, okay.
And so this was like 05, and it was just wilding back there, man. The LA County Jail wasn't no joke. And, you know, some dudes saw me and was like, who is that yelling on the tier? Or they was asking, I said, it's D-Mac. Ooh, that's when I was going up on my name. He was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna holler at you in the morning. Cause I was rapping on the tier, we was drinking Pruno, I'm feeling myself and just, you know. And in that morning when I went to sleep, woke up, somebody hit me on the shoe, like not my shoe, I don't know if I kept my shoes on, but when he woke me up, he's like, I need that fade. I said, all right, well, handle it. We're gonna handle it. Right now, if you want, man, the motherfucker left, came back, and start pushing on the county jail gate. So they got like a little system up in there where they click. If they could hit one of the gates, they could open the gates manually. But he had two other dudes with him, and they had gloves on, and I'm thinking like, I know he ain't finna push that gate open. Gate came open, they came up in there, I tried to get off and handle them, and got my ass whooped. At least they didn't stab me and kill me. Shit, that's what I was thankful for.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital, did like 2 months in that recuperate, and then went back to the pen.